Thank you, I'm called Ariel. I lived such a bad life that caused people to lose their value. Everywhere I would go since I left the prison, yes, they used to sharpen us, but really this Mvura, it has healed our wounds. Now I feel I'm confident, and whenever I walk, I really walk with confidence without anything binding me. Something I would like to say about Mvura, I would like to say thank you for the one who brought this program, because many people had inner conflicts within their hearts. But today I wish this program may reach many people, because we are very bad people. That's only my testimony. Me, where I used to live, I felt like speaking to nobody. I would sit and fear myself. I would really be terrified, not speaking to anyone, only smoking. I would smoke tobacco, and then time came and I asked myself, will I really continue to? I would not even go farming, and yet I had a piece of land. I could not go to look for food for my children, and then my children would ask me that, why are you like that? Maybe we can help you. But I had no heart of working for them. Instead, I would ask them to hunt for me tobacco for smoking. I would smoke tobacco, not even eating. I really thank Monica, because she used to ask me, why are you being hopeless like that? Why don't you join others? And I would say, I don't want to interact with anybody. Even those who came to ask for water or fire, I would not give it to them. But when Monique said that, please come into our group of Mvura, which is Society Healing, she used to say it will be of an importance to you. When I got there, really, oh my God, this has helped me. I felt it was impossible, but really I thank God. I thank God so much. And now when time came, my children now came and said, Mother, we cannot stay here with you because we are not getting anything. Now the two of my sons left and went, and now they promised that they will keep helping me when we hear you are alive, or we will buy you a phone always to call you, because we don't want you to commit suicide. Now it was of recent, oh my God, I thank God so much to see that God has saved me from smoking tobacco, and now I'm no longer thinking about it. It is what of the most important thing I think from Mvura Society Healing Project. I would stay hopeless. They even gave me a house and they almost took it. But Monica deserved to have blessings. She would advocate for me, saying, do not take the house away from her. Please leave the house with her. I requested on it. When I was almost quitting it, God Almighty used Monique always to make me stay in my house. Nobody would take me out of it. And then she took me in this beautiful program of Mvura. Always, I'm really grateful to Monique. Those are my words. I felt in my heart that when my fellow family members and my beloved died, I could not want to speak to anyone. And then I used to ask myself, really, am I going to stay like this for the whole of my life? My children have left me. My husband and my firstborn are killed during genocide, really, because they died in 1994 genocide. Now I would ask me, where am I for sure? I would feel I didn't need anything, even water to drink. I would only take it because body wanted it or thirsty. Because whenever I used to go, like, they could chase me away. And that's because they used to chase me away from the genocide survivors meetings, and they would chase me away. They would call me a spy, and then they wouldn't want to stay with me. And that's how I used to leave the building and not even Monique would ask me, why don't you accept to go for meetings, to join others? And then I would complain, they call me a spy, why should I go joining them? Instead, let me stay here. I even left doing farming. I would just be there looking for... I'm called Solomon. You see, we indulge ourselves in these killings. We are perpetrators of genocide, but we thank the government of unity because they released us when we were in prison because of genocide crimes. I thank Mburamuvure because before I joined the meeting, I couldn't speak to the survivors of genocide because I could find no way to meet and speak to these people, but Mburamuvure helped us. We can now speak, we can converse, we can even visit each other. Actually, if someone is lacking something, we could offer support or they could support us. And those are my words. Solomon. Did you meet some of the members of the survivors that you killed? Only in the first group of Mburamuvure. Yes. Today we can meet with these people. There is no problem. We meet. Thank you. My name's Wizeyimana Liberat. Before I joined this Mburamuvure project, I was someone who used to have migraine or constant headache because they killed my family. I was so much in solitude and loneliness. I had refused to forgive. These things made me to quit the district I was living, and I came to these areas because I did not want to meet those who killed my families. I did not want to meet people who have family members, yet I do not have family members. Those things, I lived in them for a long time. I would not even sleep. I would still have constant headache most of the time. But when I came to this society healing project on Mburamuvure, this journey helped me. It helped me, it brought me from somewhere to somewhere. Now I feel I have no more big problems like before. I feel like I can now surprisingly sleep because before I used not to sleep. The things of unforgiveness, I feel for sure now I can forgive. I've started having some feelings of people before they even ask for forgiveness. I wish that this project would reach many people who are like me, at least to everyone because this project heals the wounds and they feel helped. Thank you. I'm called Niyonsaba Violet. Also, before this Mburamuvure came into this area, actually I used to live a very hard life after genocide. Genocide occurred when I had both parents, but I lost my father and my brother, siblings. So during genocide, it was a very difficult moment for us. It was very hard. You see, we used to live a life of only running and escaping from our lives with my mother. And we were lucky. Someone hid us when we were 5 children. You can imagine how hard it was to keep 5 children during the war, during genocide. They used to attack that man and he would even pay his money to save our lives. It was very hard. So genocide, when it finished, I remember there is a man who came to ask for forgiveness, and I told my mother that, "Mother, you should not forgive this man. But about what he did to kill our domestic animals and cows, please do not forgive him. He should pay what he did." I remember that man was imprisoned, and when that man was released, he was released when I am a mother. I felt like not forgiving him. But when Mvura came, when this project came, I forgave him, because anytime we met, I would feel my heart is terrified. Whenever I would see him, his family members, I would feel like something, I would feel my heart is darkened. But when I joined this project, we were taught a lot. Sometimes we had no security and safety. They taught us a lot about safety and security about Mvura, and this brought hope to me. And I said, for sure, this man who killed my family members and we did not forgive him, I should forgive him. This is the high time. Give this man, and I felt now I'm relieved. We can now meet, we can greet to each other saying good afternoon. And I really feel in my heart today everything is good. Actually, sometimes like before, some people who committed crimes of genocide, I was thinking that if anything happened, they would kill me first. I would feel this kind of insecure. So because I was not born from this area, I was only brought here in Gakome. And in this Gakome is where they took my father to kill him. And it happened in the same center where I'm living today. It is where genocide occurred, and this is where they brought him. So whenever I see people from this small town, whenever they say the other one killed, I could bring the memories of the 1994, of the people who used to happen in Uganda. Whenever I see everyone from Uganda, I would think of him a killer, because even if I could not speak to him, I would feel something like a grudge, because I don't know anything about him. Then I would feel inside in me, I'm not comfortable, I'm not happy. In that town center, if anything happened like a conflict, I would go back into the memories of genocide. And now I'm grateful to Mvura. We talked, because maybe Francois is not here. Time came, he gave testimonies. He gave about testimony, and he came to the level of my father. I was happy to hear about the information regarding my father, how he was a good man, because I could not know that before. And then when I knew that, I was relieved. And these people I used to see badly, like seeing them as only killers, even them unknowingly, inside their heart, there are a lot of things that were happening inside me. When I got to this thing, because of the teachings of Mvura, I was relieved. I feel comfortable in this town center. I really have no end problem like before. And really, I wish this project of Mvura should enlarge, because I have brothers and sisters who are from different parts. We talked, I used to share them information regarding this good project, and they were saying, how can we receive such a good teaching that would help us to reunite and reconcile? I would promise them any day, anytime this project would get to them, because it helps a lot, teaching about the history, teaching about personal life and how to treat ourselves. Because if you meet those people who are offenders and who are victims, you can't imagine. There are even people who lived such a hard life that is more than even yours, and you would say, though I was hopeless, at least now I'm released. And you would feel there is something you've learned from that person. So this Mvura, I wish it would get very far. It would get very far or reach in the entire country, because there are a lot of people who suffered. So I conclude there. Thank you. May the Lord keep enlarging you in our country. My name is Patricia. Since I joined this group of Mvura, I used to spend the whole day in my house without going anywhere, because most of the time, the one who killed my brother, I used to meet him and I would run and hide. But today I forgive him. He has a small shop in the neighborhood. I would not dare go and buy from his shop. But today I went and I said, I'm sorry, I used to hate you, but now I'm released because of this project. Because whenever I saw him, I would feel terrified. There are even other people who committed crimes in my family members, but today I no longer fear them. This project has helped me to heal from my fears, because they even taught about us, like about to care for each other. This teaching helped me a lot, because inside me I felt there is no one that takes care of me, but today I have come to realize, and I'm hopeful that people are taking care of me. And now this Mvura Mvure has taken away the fear. Thank you. I'm called Nyirahabimana Janet. Also Mvura Mvure has been so important to me. My husband was among the genocide perpetrators imprisoned, and when he was released, coming back to home, oh, I'm not speaking loud. Okay. I thought someone would only speaking facing the camera. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, we should speak to each other like facing. I said my name is Nyirahabimana Janet. As I said before, my husband was imprisoned because of genocide. When he was released, he came back home. When he came back home, I did not have peace with him. I did not have security and safety. I used to be sorrowful and groaning inside my heart. He would come, insult me, abuse me and beat me, and I would pray to God until when I should bear with this. How should I treat myself? I tried to respect this man. What should I do? And he could not care about it. And then I used to quit his house every day, and whenever I got home I could not even stay there. I would come back, and now time came when God was about to save me. My husband, time came, and this Mvura Mvure came, and Monica, may God bless her, Mvura Mvure came, and Monique came looking for my husband and other people, and when she found my husband is not there, she asked me, where is Ezekiel? And I said, I don't know where he has gone. And she said to me that if he comes back, please tell him that I should meet him. And I started thinking, is there any crime that this man has committed again that I should be always visiting him in the prison? And now one time she met him at home, and she told him about Mvura Mvure, and I asked the man, what were you talking with her? I said, it is a program we're about to start. And that's how Mvura Mvure started with my husband. They started the teachings. When they started the teachings, in a process of learning, I would see this man coming back home changed, and I would ask him what's wrong, and he would say there is no problem. He started now coming to speak to me nicely whenever he would come back from the teachings. He would even now, he started greeting me. I was surprised. I said, God, I thank you that this thing is fruitful. And I was great. I would say, God, I wish this time would come to see I'm a housewife, like a good mother in home, peaceful. So I was happy that these teachings came, transformed this man. I saw him no longer insulting me, no longer abusing me and beating me, and I said, thank you, God. And now time came, Mvura Mvure, I saw that it is changing his life. And when they started another group, the same woman, Monica, came and said that I also want you to join this group of Mvura Mvure. You be one like your husband. I'm really talking about you, because it is only you that you are used to be close to us. The other friend of yours could not always. And then Monique said to me that you should also come and we teach you. I said, please also ask the permission from the husband, and the husband said no problem. And that's how I also joined these teachings. They are very important to me. I feel I'm comfortable at home. I have no problem. Time came, even my husband who used to insult me, now he calls me sweetheart, and I would get surprised. I would say, God, really you are able to see that this man is now in love with me. Now I feel I'm a mother, comfortable, a good housewife. I used to lack like even salt. I remember in the morning I would ask him, please, I am really lacking salt in. And he would insult me saying that you are always begging from me as if you have no hands. I really had lost my rights as a woman in a home, to the extent I asked him, am I really a housemaid or a slave in this house? If it is that, you should pay for me. But now time came, but now today I'm peaceful, I'm comfortable, I'm secure and safe. Whenever I want even something, he's now responsible. It is now okay with our house, with our family. On the other problem I used to have, this mother, Monique, I used to have a problem with her because I used to be terrified whenever I met him because of the genocide crimes of my husband committed against her and the family. I'd feel terrified. I would not approach her. And then Monique said to me, why do you fear me? You should come to my house or my family, we talk. And he actually used to give me food to supply for my husband at Ririma prison. And then Monique, may God bless her. I always pray for her because of her good heart. I'm really grateful to how she bared the fruit regardless of the genocide crimes my husband committed against her. So time came, we prayed. We used to pray at home, but we would repent. We would have time to confess our sins. But there is a sin I used to hid inside in my heart, to the extent I could not speak it in the church. But Mvura Nkuvure, when it came, it healed the wounds inside, because whoever that missed this Mvura Nkuvure and was not healed from there, he will never have another chance. Because during that time of genocide, we went somewhere. You see, women during genocide, though we did not kill, but we used to go and steal and loot people's properties and plants. So I went and I remember I took beans from and I had looted there some of the things. So I could not repent from those things publicly, but really a sin is bad because I felt always guilty inside in my heart. So I was able to confess at least those things during Mvura Nkuvure in this Society Healing Project. So they said, may God forgive you and you are this Mvura Nkuvure, they are good people. I wish that you people would carry on and reach more and more many people that are lagging behind, that are having more, guilty conscience within their hearts. May God bless you. And those are my words. Thank you. I am a person. I passed through a lot of problems in this season of genocide. I was here during genocide. I actually also tried to escape and save my life. I was only saved by the identity card of the Hutu people, because my mother was a Tutsi, and then I threw her identity card in the toilet, and the local leaders, they wrote to her. They wrote to her saying she's a Hutu, and that saved me. I remember they called me, still realizing that I'm a Tutsi. They brought us here in this town center asking us money to pay. So we gave them everything we had, including the goats. But everyone would say that these people are poor, you cannot take anything from them. I remember an old man who found us where we were seated. They caught him and they called many people. They called people from their home area. And when these people came, even these people that we went together, We went with him. He was a rich man with cows, and they used to say he has beautiful cows. And we remained with all the people saying that you foolish people, you said that this man you have paid money and they would leave you. It was about 3 p.m. No one never knew that we are in the house, but because of the idea I had of the Hutus, it is the one that made me to escape from this place. I did not go with anyone because many died along the way, but me, I left going to my birthplace. I went knowing that there is no one who survived from there. When they caught us, they took 2 of us, and I remember they dig a deep pit when we were waiting to be buried inside there. One was buried, I was waiting to be buried too. Then I was able to escape from that place. I remember I ran, I left that, then I reached to Burundi. When I got to Burundi, I could not even be able to get food. It was living a bad life. It was almost a year without a relative or a friend, not knowing their life. I would only walk. Then time came. I met a family friend who had a job somewhere in Red Cross. He said, I'll be able to give you money. You should live around here. If you happen to go far, they will kill you. I lived a bad life until I realized I have to go back to my home country. So because of the poor life I lived, I married to a wife, but at least we lived together. I did not come back to this home place, to this home area, because I had a family. They were all dead, and I could not even dare to come to this place. I said, now how could I come to this place when my brothers and sisters are dead? I lived in that place because a few people knew me around the area. So I got married to a woman, at least to see that I can make life. We did not make it together because her family did not accept us to live together. Her family said it is impossible. What have you done? We lived a whole year when there is no one coming to my home. But when time came, they apologized because Mvura has been there in another kind of style, because I remember these family members of my wife came apologizing, saying we are sorry because I had a Hutu woman saying that we couldn't do this. So we lived like that. And time came, I shifted to where I used to live. I came back to my home area, but the same kind of the difference would still come. And she would say, after all, I know, that's why I'm grateful to Muramu. There are people who taught us on the first day. I told them if I get someone to cure me, I would be happy, because I had a poor heart, a wounded heart that I could not even interact with my fellow neighbors. I would live a lonely life and only speaking with my heart. Because those even who asked, I said, how could you heal me for sure? But since we began, we supported each other. I could not fear anyone. I could not have a grudge with anyone. I'm really happy that now we do interact. Even at my home, there is no more problem between me and my wife, saying that maybe and complaining that we are not of the same tribe, it is now no longer working. I'm really grateful to this school, to this project. It has really washed, it has cleansed my heart. I would see, because I remember I would see a person and I would start interpreting, but now I'm really a normal person. I'm no longer feeling fear. I'm so grateful to people who brought this program. Thank you very much. Yeah, those are my words. If I would say everything that happened to me, it would be it would spend a long time, and there I would start saying each and everything from the beginning. I'm really now comfortable. Yeah. My name is Stanislas. Me, I was imprisoned because I committed genocide. But when I was imprisoned, when I got in the prison, I thought of things I did. And then I started feeling the consequences. I went and apologized, they forgave me. Because I had no other alternative. When I was released coming back to home, I came. I even apologized in the Gacaca courts, but when they forgave me, when the reason that caused me suffering from the kind of stigma, when I would meet people, they would start seeing me as a perpetrator. They could show that they started. I faced stigma because people they would call us killers. Even at my home, I used not have value, because women and mothers, now they would start insulting of what I did, saying, really, because now you're a killer, you can even kill me. I would ask, this caused me to ask a lot of questions, and I lived that life. Now money came with another man. I never thought that this thing would happen. But when they came for the first time, someone said to me that you should come and we go together, you visit me. I am grateful to that person because he helped me. I never knew. I saw how these people are celebrating, and then I felt inside me, I started feeling I'm really having a good heart now. Even the other words, when I saw how they are doing things, I said, really, if now it has come to this level, I wish these people would make me join the other group. So I saw that man coming with money in my home. It is the man who came to teach me. They found me at home, and I even showed them to other people. And I first ignored this. I started now having a good heart. Everything they would tell me, I would really think about it. I said, why do we go back to this story? I said, to me, when these people came, I said, you have been late for sure, because please invite me, I come. They registered me. When I came, I had these teachings. They were very good, because normally if this group would not come, I would not benefit anything. I would hear Mvura Mvura as a project like others. But then I started joining, coming for teachings on a day that was set in a week. My wife is an old woman, I would say, or my old woman. You know how sweet are the teachings we are joining. I wish you are able, we could go together. I said that really will time come for you to heal and be comfortable and cover. That's how we started slowly. When time came, I felt that she needs to join these teachings. But when we came here in this Mvura Mvura group, I said, we are going to fellowship with. I wish you come and see the importance of what we do. And she would say, I really feel not going to your groups because you're a bad man. And I would say, please bear with me, come to the groups. There is a way we used to celebrate after leaving what we have been doing at home, because they taught us to quit some of the bad behaviors we used to have at home. Because we learned about security and safety. I started bringing security and safety at my home. Others would follow me to hear how I speak with my wife, slowly by slowly, and now we are living peacefully. We have no problem. But then, if Mvura Nkuvure was not there, I just imagine there are people even killed. When we met in Gacaca, he refused to forgive me. He first refused. The Gacaca people, when they and he confessed to the Gacaca court that I do not want to forgive. I was surprised when I met this man in Mvura Nkuvure. He even comes to my home. He visits me. I can even buy him some alcohol. There is even one time he said we agreed that I should go and visit him. So I was surprised on how this man, Mvura Nkuvure, helped him. I'm really happy in my heart. I'm even happy for my neighbors. Those who used to insult me are no longer insulting me. I'm really now thinking that I wish they start again this program for my wife to join, because she also deserves to know more about this program, because it has a lot of package. And now, because whenever I go home from this teaching, she asks me, what have you learned? So I'm now like a student that I wish she could also join to the class. So those are my words. I'm really happy for that. My name is Francois. I live around here. I am among people who encountered a big challenge. Recently, I was during the social class, the division, they used to call me a Hutu, and I married to a Tutsi wife. So during genocide, they used to attack my house, even including my cousin. And they would say this Hutu man is married to a Tutsi wife. Instead of saving me, himself would always attack me. And time came, and they said, Hutu people who are married to Tutsi wife, they should change. They should publicly announce this. And as time came, they used to attack me every day, to the extent this Mama Seti used to come in my house and I would hit her. And then if it was hard, I would take her somewhere else. So it came to an extent and we shifted. We quit this place, we went to Gitarama. Then I would go with people from my family, and there were friends who betrayed me. And they said, we are with Inhotanyi Tutsi wife here. Now they caught me. They beat her. I really cried and asked, I begged for her life as a Tutsi. I said, others have saved this wife, please forgive. And now time came when they asked me money. I had fled with 21,000. They took this money out of my pocket. Immediately, I gave that money when I'm kneeling down. And they said, now you should go. when we got there, we found the same woman. The same woman is betraying me, and they caught my wife, and they took her clothes and they tied it in my eyes. They took her in a pit of a man called Janvier, who was a Tutsi. That's where they killed him. They even beat him with a kind of. I was begging for her life, saying, please, now you've taken my money, still you want to kill my Tutsi wife. Why do you want to kill her? I saw people beating up my wife, and she said that, my husband, you have tried all your best. If you are lucky to survive, you should take care of my children. So I don't remember where two women, I could not see them because they had tied my face with the eyes. They said, these women said that, we see this man is a Hutu and his children. Why are they beating up him why are they mistreating him like this? And they said, this man, the fact that he's married to the Tutsi, he's a spy. Now they spend time on me, and when they spent this, they took my wife. And this woman kept advocating for me, saying that you should save. And they caned me that today from now, with your children, you should go. That's how I survived from that roadblock. That's how they killed my wife. We carried on with the journey to a place where I don't know. We go to Gikongoro, a place at Kaduha. That's where I lived for days, spending outside. My children were almost dying. We spent there 2 weeks outside the house without any food. To the extent I went for stealing. I went to steal for food, and they caught me. They beat me up almost to death. That's how I lived a bad life during genocide, when I had fled to Kaduha. And the man saw me, saying that, now come into my house. You have suffered a lot with your children. You see people are dying because of different sicknesses. I'm going to help you. I'm going to be buying the juice. I would help the man to do his small business of selling juice. I really realized that this man was a good, because he brought hope back to me. So without much words, someone who put, may the Lord bless President Kagame. Now someone who killed my wife, he came back, and my children saw him, and they said, this, and the children said that this man has killed our mother, we should also kill him. I said, please, you should not. You know your mother is killed. Do you also want this man to kill you, or do you want to revenge? You will be like him. And that's how the children, I begged them, I took them somewhere, and I told them, and I saw that they forgave that woman. That's when Kachacha Court started. I now reported her that she participated in killing my wife. She was imprisoned, something that hurt me a lot. Again, during the Gachacha Court, she also reported me that I am the one who sacrificed my wife to be killed. for me to survive that case, I gave a witness as my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law. If they find that I am the one who sacrificed my wife, I should go in prison. My mother-in-law, the mother of my wife, and the brother-in-law, we were together. And they knew how we lived together with my wife. And they asked the mother-in-law and the brother-in-law, they asked during the court session, tell us who killed this wife. The mother-in-law stood up. They brought her from afar. They said the wife of this man was killed by her fellow cousin, which is this woman who was released. They almost clapped their hands. So they called even the brother-in-law. The same statement saying that the cousin, the sister-in-law, is the one who killed. That's how I survived from the Gacaca courts. That's how I survived. That's how I survived Gacaca. Really, I thank God. I thank Mama Seti. Mama Seti said that I used to live with this man. He did not participate in genocide. He was hunted like other people. And how could this woman lie about this man? Instead, they should multiply the punishment of this woman who is lying about this man. Now she's released. When she came back, whenever I saw her, I would feel sorrowful. My wife is dead. Whenever she would pass by my side, I could not speak to her. So Mvura Nkuvure, of recent, if it was there forever, I'd be grateful. When after being taught about in the Society Healing Project, this brought hope to me. You can't imagine today, whenever I meet this woman, I greet her. I wish she could also join this program because I requested her to join. Today, I feel whenever we meet, I really greet her without any problem. Mvura Nkuvure or Society Healing Project has brought hope back in my life. The safety and security we learned, I realized the first needed thing. Someone who thought about this curriculum, you should say thank you, he's a good man. The safety and security within our heart. Like I used to think that I should revenge and kill her and also quit this world. But today, now at the moment, hope has come back in my life, in my heart. I have no problem. And I really want to thank this mother, Monique, that I have benefited a lot from her. She has advised me. She said, Francois, now, see how you can marry to another woman because you cannot keep the memories of the first wife. And then she's bringing hope back to me. That's how I started meeting another young lady. There were a lot of men running after her, but she decided to marry me. And now today we are together. And this woman brought up my children. You see, we have now 4 children. They are married, and this stepmother has brought them well. We are living peacefully, and I really want to thank Monique. She said that never touch the land of the children. I give you a piece of land. I really want to thank Monica. If you would clap for her, she's like a sister to Kagame because she has helped us a lot. She gave me a piece of land because we were almost dead there. I remember one time we escaped death with her running. Whenever she sees me, we're all visiting each other. She says, how are you, my friend? Please come and I buy you a drink, because I remember one time when we escaped death during night. Please, you should thank her. She's a good woman. She's like Kagame. I wish you would even appoint her in leadership positions. Mvura Nkuvure, it has helped us a lot. With a man called Peter, they phoned me home and they took me to go and learn from this Mvura Nkuvure Society Healing Project. I thank Kagame so much. May he stay on throne.